What's going on, YouTube? You already know who it is. You've been keeping up with my videos, keeping up with my channel. Like in all of most of my videos, come on here to vent, to get some things off of my chest. So I'm gonna get into it. And this video, I'm gonna talk about the dark side of the moon, meaning the dark side of the mind. And my take on it, it's just like you're gonna be. Sometimes people go through things that are, fortunate, but sometimes there might be times where life gets a little bit rough, and sometimes life could get dark. And what I mean by that is like the dark side of the mind. Okay, so your fears, like your fears, your things that make you feel uncomfortable, inappropriate things, intrusive thoughts, they could be dark thoughts, they could be events, past events, could be things at the wrong time, just like something at the wrong time. Like, why is that going through my head right now? That's basically what I'm talking about. And you gotta just in order for you to not let those things like take over and drive you crazy, like just basically fuck with your mind and torment you, in order for you have to let your heart be the filter, man. Anything that comes through your mind that's fucked up is just like your heart should know the difference. Deep down, deep down in the pit of your chest, you be like, you know what? Like, no, And what you have to do is just put pins. You have to put pins in thoughts that are in certain categories. So if you're doing something at a certain time, you sometimes some shit might slip out the bag at the wrong time, or from that category, but it's just like, nah, I'm putting a pin in that and I'm keeping it over there. I'm putting that shit on the back burner. Anything that has to do with that type of shit, I'm putting on the back burner right now, because this isn't the time and place for it. You know what I mean? I go through it all the time. Man. Sometimes it could be words. It could be lyrics from songs or something like that. It could be scripts from movies or like quotes, movie quotes or something, or scenes. You know what I mean? That could happen at the wrong time. So I'm just like, I'm like, hey, I'm putting a pin in that. I'm closing the drawer on that until I go back to that, and that shit comes in handy. If it does, one thing with having a creative mind is a blessing and a curse, because you could create something good, but if you let something take over, it can create something bad in your mind. It could be a good dream or a nightmare, basically. But if you're fighting, if you've been through traumatic things like me, if you've been through trauma, you don't have no choice but to fight. Some people, live life like a walk in the park. Sometimes some people don't even know what it feels like to fall off of a bike. Some people don't even know what it feels like to fall off a bike. Some people don't know what it feels like to experience certain things, certain unfortunate things, But some people do. Some people have been through something very unfortunate. Some people have been through trauma. And what happens is it's like your brain gets put in a certain it gets anchored to certain stimuli. So it's just like your brain is like on the fight, you know what I'm saying? Like if you don't fight, you know what I mean? Like it's just like you're gonna be, things might start going all over the place, and it'll be messed up, it won't be organized. So it's just like it's just crazy, man. But being a targeted individual, I know what it feels like to have to experience that, being targeted, being this social credit system, like this metaverse, having people taking things from you, you know what I mean, trying to shame you, trying to publicly humiliate you, you know what I mean, try to do all of these things to like take from your energy, stealing from you, you know what I mean? I know what that feels like, and it's just like, don't ever let nobody take your peace of mind. Even though you have to deal with a lot, being a targeted individual, you can't let them creep up in there and try to make you feel like, like there's no hope, because there is.